Chapter 13. He'll be here any minute. Mama plumped up the small pillow resting on Papa's favorite chair. I peered out the large picture window. The last 4 days had seemed to last a lifetime, but these final moments were the longest. Then a familiar silhouette walked down the sidewalk. "I see him!" I shouted. Papa's slow stride hinted at exhaustion, but there was still a sense of pride in how he carried himself. "Gracias, Dios mío!" Mama made the sign of the cross and checked her lipstick in the hall mirror. Frankie ran and opened the door. "Papa!" Papa smiled and hurried up the walkway. We met him halfway and smothered him with hugs and kisses. "Let's get inside," he said. The four of us moved together as a unit, no one wanting to let go. Once inside, we all walked over to Papa's chair and helped him sit down. His clothes were dirty and rumpled. He smelled like the amphitheater bathrooms after a big concert, but I couldn't get enough of him. To me, he had never looked so good. "So, they dropped all the charges, right, Fernando?" Mama asked. Papa nodded. "Most of them, but they're keeping everything we hid away." "I don't care about any of that." Mama reached for his hand and put it against her cheek. "I'm just so glad to have you home." She gave the palm of his hand a kiss. Frankie leaped into Papa's lap. "So the soldiers won't be back, right, Papa?" "Frankie, Papa's tired. Get off of him." I grabbed Frankie by the arm. "No, it's all right, Lucy. Here, sit next to me, too." Papa scooted over in the chair so I could squeeze in next to him. "And no, Frankie, I don't expect the soldiers to come back, but things are going to change for us." He sighed and looked at Mama sitting by his feet. "Here, first, let me give you this." He reached into his pocket and pulled out Mama's wedding ring. "Fernando, you got it back!" Papa smiled and nodded. Mama immediately slipped it onto her finger. "But that's about all I have." He looked down. "I lost my job at the bank." "Ah, Fernando." Mama covered his large hands with her small ones. Papa shook his head. "No, it was expected. It was just a matter of time." "You'll get an even better job, Papa," I said, trying to be positive. "It'll be difficult, Lucy." He stroked my hair. "The government controls all the industries. We're going to have to make some adjustments." "Fernando, I can work." Mama started to get up. "Taking some sewing, maybe a little ironing?" No, I won't have my wife working. I'll find something. Try to get some work as a handyman. See how that goes." "But Papa, can't you convince them to give you another job? In an office?" I thought about how I'd never seen Papa fix anything around our house. "No, mija, I've been told that I need to prove myself first." "Prove yourself? How?" Mama tucked in her cotton blouse. He shrugged. "Show them I'm a good revolutionary." He looked at me and Frankie. They mentioned the kids several times. Said that Lucia needs to volunteer to work on the farm or join the brigades if she wants to finish her education. And Frankie will have to join the Pioneeros group to learn all about the revolution. "No," Mama put her hands on her hips. "I won't do that. There's no way I'm sending my daughter away. Revolutionaries take care of her. It's absurd." Papa nodded. I know. They want to indoctrinate the kids right under our noses. "There's got to be another way." "I'll study from home," I said. "Me too. It'll be fun." Frankie smiled. I shot Frankie a nasty look. This isn't about fun. I turned to Mama. "Maybe they'll excuse us from service. Tio Antonio can ask about getting us some type of special permission." "Don't mention your Tio's name again." Papa abruptly stood up, nearly dropping Frankie to the ground. "We don't have anything to do with him." "Fernando, he's your brother. He made calls to try to get you out of jail. I know you fought the other day, but..." "Ha!" Papa threw his head back and laughed. "He told you he was trying to get me out, eh?" Papa shook his head. "Que maledito. He saw me in jail this morning, and you know what he did?" None of us said a word. "He told me that I'd asked for all of this, that it was my fault. Said he'd warned me, but that now I deserved whatever came my way." Mama shook her head. "Piero," Papa interrupted. "But nothing. From now on, we have to expect the worst and hope for the best." He looked at all three of us. "We can't count on any one anymore. Not even best friends," I thought.